Welcome back to Digital Rage. I am Jeff, the producer here at Buyer Company. Today we're talking about how to convert from AI overviews. With the audience already informed, instead of educating, continue the conversation on your website to have the best possible chance of a conversion. Let's dig in.
Okay, let's dive in. We really need to talk about something huge happening under the surface, a shift in how people even get to your website now.
Absolutely. For years, CRO, conversion rate optimization, it was all built on this pretty solid idea. Visitors land on your page, they know basically nothing. They need the 101.
Right, they're starting fresh. But that core idea, it's broken now. Google's AI overviews, these AIOs, they've changed the game completely.
They really have. The AI's already done the homework for them. It gives them the definition, maybe the top few tips, the standard stuff, before they even decide to click on your link.
So if your CRO playbook, your whole strategy is still geared towards educating that beginner, well, you're optimizing for someone who, frankly, might not be clicking through anymore.
Exactly. The person who does click now, they're coming in informed. And maybe even more importantly, they're coming in pretty skeptical.
Which is why we're doing this deep dive.
Yeah.
We need to basically tear down that old playbook and figure out what works now.
Yeah, we need to define this post-AIO searcher. We've looked at the source material and we've pulled out 4 really actionable strategies designed for the specific higher intent visitor.
And the absolute core concept, the thing that underpinned all these strategies we're going to talk about today, is this.
It's that your job isn't starting the conversation anymore. It's not about educating from zero.
Right.
Your content, your page, it has to feel like you're picking up right where that AI left off. It's a continuation.
A continuation. I like that. It changes everything, doesn't it? How you structure the page, what you lead with.
Totally. It's a shift from, let's say, abstraction to action, or maybe validation, then action.
Okay, so let's really meet this new visitor. Someone reads an AI overview, finds it useful, but maybe not complete, and then clicks your link. That click is sending a message, right?
A very clear one. They're not just browsing aimlessly. They've already filtered out the absolute basics. They have a specific need, something the AI didn't fully satisfy.
And you've broken that need down into 3 specific intents, things we absolutely have to address right away on the landing page.
Yeah, 3 core things. And honestly, if your page doesn't hit one of these almost instantly, you've probably lost them. Doesn't matter how great the rest of it is.
Okay, lay them on us. Which one do you think is maybe the most disruptive to how we normally do CRO?
Good question. I'd probably say the first one. Show me the proof.
The skepticism we mentioned.
Exactly. The visitor's thinking, okay, the AI summarized this nicely. Maybe it mentioned a big benefit, but they know AI can pull from anywhere, good sources, bad sources. So they land on your page looking for immediate, solid proof.
They need data, case studies. What kind of proof?
Real stuff. Hard validation for whatever claim the AI surfaced. They're using your site to fact-check the AI, in a way.
That's fascinating. It flips the trust dynamic.
Yeah.
We used to assume they trusted us because they landed on our site. Now they're testing the AI summary against us. Okay, what's number 2?
The second intent is basically, give me the details.
All right, the AI is good at the overview. The what?
Precisely. It gives the 30,000-foot view. But the person clicking through, they want the nitty-gritty, the deep, nuanced how-to that just can't fit in that little AI box.
They don't need the intro lecture. They need the advanced workshop material, the specifics.
You got it. They're looking for the secret sauce, the proprietary method, the stuff AI can't easily replicate.
Okay, proof and details. What's the third intent?
The third one signals they're much further down the funnel.
Yeah.
It's I am ready to take action.
Oh. So the AI didn't just inform them. It actually confirmed their problem or the solution category.
Yeah, it basically validated their thinking. So now they're not just researching anymore. They're actively hunting for a specific tool or maybe an expert or a concrete framework to actually solve the problem the AI just helped clarify.
Proof, details, action.
Got it.
Okay, this framework really forces you to cut the fluff, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No more generic welcomes.
Zero room for it. Which leads us straight into the first strategy from the material, starting with a strong premise. You have to ditch the generic intro.
Assume they know the basics.
Absolutely. If your headline is still a guide to CRO, you're talking down to them. You're wasting their time, especially if they just read a decent AI summary.
Okay, so the example given is changing that headline to something like advanced CRO strategies the AI overviews are missing. That's pretty bold.
It is, but it signals immediately, we respect that you're informed. We're going beyond the basics here.
But let me push back a little. What about the people who didn't see the AI overview? Or maybe they did, but they still kind of need a quick refresher. Don't we risk alienating them with such an aggressive start?
That's a fair point, and it's where page structure comes in later things, like accordions for the basics. But for that primary target, the post-AIO searcher, you need that strong opening.
So the opening paragraph, too, not just the headline.
Definitely. It needs to feel like you're picking up mid-thought. Something like, okay, now that you grasped the core principles, let's dive into the one psychological trigger. You're acknowledging their existing knowledge base.
Right. You're setting the tone. This is the graduate seminar, not CRO 101. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's move to strategy 2, which is all about leading with evidence fast.
Yeah, and given that skepticism we talked about, this is critical. If their first thought is, show me the proof, you can't make them hunt for it.
It needs to be front and center.
Absolutely. You need to validate whatever the AI might have hinted at, but with your specific real-world results immediately.
What does that look like in practice? Like a giant block of case study text at the top? That feels overwhelming.
No, definitely not. The source material stresses visual, easily digestible proof. Think quick, high-impact stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe a short embedded video testimonial like 45 seconds, or a clear, simple chart showing actual results, ideally from your own analytics. Not stock photos of graphs, but real uplift you achieved.
Proprietary data, something the AI couldn't possibly have.
Exactly. That instantly signals expertise, or even just featuring recognizable client logos right near the top. It builds that trust incredibly quickly.
Okay, so those quick hits logos, a key chart showing a specific lift, maybe a short video clip, they act as credibility anchors. They satisfy that initial show me the proof urge.
Precisely. You're essentially saying, proof shown, happy. Okay, now let's get into how you can apply this. It settles the skepticism so they can engage with the details.
Got it. So we've addressed the premise and the proof. Now, strategy 3 tackles the call to action. If we've just had this sophisticated discussion, hitting them with a generic contact us button feels abrupt.
It totally breaks the flow. It's like shifting from a deep conversation straight into a hard sell. The CTA needs to feel like the natural next step in that dialogue we've established.
So less transactional, more conversational.
Exactly. Swap out things like book a demo for something like, let's discuss your specific funnel, or get your free personalized audit. It feels like an invitation to continue the consultation.
That makes sense. It keeps that expert to inform visitor dynamic going. And this is also where we can leverage that higher intent for lead generation, right?
Yes, this is where strategic friction comes in. Because you know they're already informed, you can actually gate your best, most specific, high-value content.
Okay, so things like a custom calculator or a really detailed template they can use.
Perfect examples. Or maybe your unique framework document. You offer it behind a short form. You're essentially saying, you know the basics, give us your contact info, and we'll give you the specific tool or blueprint you need to implement this today.
It's a value exchange. But is there a risk there? Gating your best stuff, could that annoy someone who just wants the answer now? Where's the balance?
The balance is in the perceived value. If you're gating something generic they could find elsewhere, yeah, you'll lose them. But if it's genuinely unique, highly specific, and solves the next problem they have, like calculating their potential ROI based on their inputs, something the AI definitely couldn't do, then the friction is usually justified.
Okay, value justifies the gate. And you also mentioned text links within the content itself.
Oh yeah, don't underestimate those. Weaving relevant text links directly into the copy, like you can grab our free audit framework here to apply these steps yourself. It feels seamless, less like a button demanding action.
Right, it supports that skeptical scanner who's jumping around, which brings us nicely to the last strategy, number 4. Structuring for the skeptical scanner.
Yeah, acknowledging reality. They want depth, but they are not going to read every single word, especially at first. They're scanning for the gold.
So how do we structure the page to help them?
A few key tactics. First, use accordions or collapsible sections for any background info or what is basics.
So the beginner can find it if they need it by clicking to expand.
Exactly. But for the main audience, the informed visitor, that stuff stays tucked away, keeping your unique insights front and center. It respects their time.
Smart. What else?
Prioritize custom visuals. Remember, the AI can't easily summarize your unique process or methodology. So use simple diagrams, flowcharts, maybe a map of your proprietary framework. These visuals instantly communicate unique value.
They're defensible content, essentially. Something AI can't just replicate.
Precisely. And the third structural tip, maybe the easiest one to implement quickly, is strategic bolding.
just bolding text.
Not randomly, but strategically bolding your key insights, those counterintuitive findings, the really powerful data points, your unique conclusions. Make them impossible to miss when someone's doing that fast scan down the page.
Okay, that makes sense. So if a team is short on resources, maybe focusing on that strategic bolding first gives the quickest win for the scanner.
I'd argue yes. Accordions and custom visuals are great, maybe more impactful long term, but bolding is fast and directly addresses that scanning behavior. It guides their eyes straight to your most valuable points.
Okay, so let's pull back and look at the big picture here. We've got the strong premise, the immediate proof, the conversational CTAs, and this smart structure. What's the underlying shift these four strategies point to?
It all points to the fact that AI is basically commoditizing foundational knowledge. Basic evergreen content, the what is X articles, they're rapidly losing value in search.
So the new currency isn't just information, it's what?
It's additive content. It's your unique take, your proprietary data, your specific insights that build upon the basics the AI provides. If an AI can summarize it perfectly in 50 words, it's probably not your most valuable asset anymore.
Wow. So your website needs to stop being like a generic encyclopedia.
And start acting like a specialist consultant. The AI gives the lecture notes, the basic summary. Your website needs to be the masterclass, the deep dive consultation that only you can provide.
That really clarifies the mission. It's not just about tweaking pages, it's about rethinking your site's entire role.
It absolutely is. And that leads directly to the action plan. This isn't just about optimizing for a few extra conversions. It feels more fundamental, like adapting to survive.
Okay, so for everyone listening who's thinking, right, I need to do something about this now, what are the immediate first steps? The source material recommended 3.
Yeah, 3 clear steps. First, audit your top landing pages. Look at, say, your top 5 traffic pages. Be really honest, especially with the headlines in the first paragraph. Do they assume a beginner, or do they speak to someone who's already informed?
If it starts with a definition.
Cut it, or move it way down, maybe into an accordion.
Okay, step 1, audit. What's step 2?
Step 2, pick one key page to redesign. Don't try to boil the ocean. Choose one important page and apply this whole conversational framework we've discussed. New headline, proof up front, better CTAs, improved structure. Treat it as a pilot test.
Focus your effort. Makes sense. And step 3?
Critically, step 3 is track the right metrics. Stop obsessing only over bounce rate. Yes, it matters, but you need to look deeper now. Track engagement signals.
Like time on page, scroll depth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And importantly, track conversions on those new potentially gated assets like downloads of that template or uses of that calculator. Those metrics will tell you if you're actually holding the attention of these higher intent visitors.
Audit, redesign 1, track engagement. Got it. I think the big takeaway here is realizing that this traffic, the clicks coming after an AI overview, it's different. It's potentially much higher quality, higher intent.
Definitely higher intent. They're pre-qualified in a sense. But the flip side is the demands are higher too. Their skepticism is up. Their need for specificity is up.
So the responsibility really shifts onto us, the site owners, to be ready for that more demanding, more informed conversation.
Couldn't agree more. CRO isn't about starting the education anymore. It's about validation and continuation. Prove the AI summary right or correct it with specifics, and then immediately continue the conversation with your unique value.
Which leaves us with a pretty provocative final thought, doesn't it? If the AI is increasingly handling the basic why and what,
then the real question for your business, for your content strategy is, how can you guarantee that your site delivers the unique, the specific application, the proprietary method, the deep insight that nobody else, and certainly no AI right now, can replicate?
That's the challenge. Nailing that unique how becomes the absolute key to standing out, to converting this new kind of visitor.
That's the new benchmark for specialization, I think, and probably where we should leave it for today.
Reach out to us at jbuyer.com for comments and questions. Follow us at Buyer Company on social media, and if you'd be so kind, please rate and review us in your podcast app.